Right, step 1 and step 2 for doing the animal painting. First, you want to find a picture that is high quality. You can see all the detail of the fur and that the animal takes up 80% or more of the whole image and you have very little background. Print it out so it's as large as you can make it with very little border, if any border. And so that it's very close to the size of your canvas. The canvas is going to be a little bit wider and a little bit taller, but it should be pretty close. The next thing you do is you need to trace this picture onto your canvas. The first way is to scribble all over the back of the paper, making your own graphite paper. The second way is, of course, to have a sheet of graphite paper and to use that. So you're going to scribble all over the back, pretend that you have this all scribbled in. Then you're going to place your picture on top of your canvas. And when you trace, press really, really hard so that the graphite transfers onto the canvas. You can kind of check and make sure it's transferred. Okay? All right. Once you've done that, what I've gone back and done is I've actually retraced over these lines again, making them a little bit darker, because when I paint my underpainting, I want to be able to see all these lines through my underpainting, especially if you are using a darker color, such as brown or black, to paint in your underpainting. Okay? So once I have all these lines traced in, and on animals that are spotted or have a pattern, such as this snow leopard, you want to trace all the spots as well. Okay, so just like that. All right, the next step is to do a wash. And this is a wash to create the underpainting. So the snow leopard is kind of grayish. He has black spots. So what I'm going to do is mix the black with a little white, and I'm going to thin out the color so that it's very, very transparent. So whatever color your animal is, okay, if it's, brown, you would do brown. If it's tan, if it's white, what you want to do is mix white and maybe a little yellow ochre or a little black, depending on whether it's a cooler white or a warmer white, depending on the animal that you're painting. If it's a multicolored animal, like a bird, you want to paint, the blue areas, the yellow areas, the red areas, okay? All right, so I mixed up this gray and I made it very, very liquidy with water so that when I paint on top, I'm going to paint in the whole animal, and the paint is so transparent that I should be able to see my pencil through the paint. I'm also going to paint in the background, whatever color you choose. You do not have to use the same background that you see in the picture. I'm painting it in kind of like a really dark green, and we'll probably change this color maybe to a brighter green later on, but I think I'm going to keep that green color. Paint the whole background in, again with the same very transparent wash. And when you add water to the acrylic and thin it down, it will have a tendency to not want to stick to the canvas. And it's okay, you just keep brushing on top of it. It'll just keep painting and it will stick. It's just at the very beginning, the first stroke of paint, it may resist or not get in the little holes. Okay, so after you do all of the background, then you're going to let the whole thing dry before we start step 3.